we are back with the Gold Ranger, and we have plans for this thing. So I'm going to see if I can get it to fire up and get it close enough over to everything so that I can work on it. I know there's no radiator in it, but it'll be fine. Why do you worry so much? So anyway, we're going to try to get this running, drive it over to where all of our crap is over there, and see what we can make happen. All right, so this is the radiator to Gold Ranger, and it had a leak. So, like responsible car owners, we looked up the price of the radiator, and a new radiator is only $109. But that's too good for this thing. You got to remember, it's the Gold Ranger. So, an entire tube of JB Weld heat weld epoxy should do the trick. It's supposed to set up in about an hour. Somewhere in there, there's it's busted off right at the end of the tank, that core. So, it's not going to leak anymore, hopefully. And if it is, it'll be slow enough to ignore on this thing. All right, while we're waiting for that radiator to cure, I went ahead and pulled the busted up headlight assembly off of this. And, yeah, I don't know if you can quite see what I'm going for yet, but it'll be real, I think it'll be neat. But I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of people who disagree with me. And 4 bolts later, and the Megled bumper's off. The only problem is this bumper bracket's bent. But for my purposes, I think it'll be all right for what I want to do. Come on. Let that clean up some.
Oh, a little dirty.
It was coming out clean when I was pumping it earlier. There's just a lot of rust in this old well. Oh, only the best for old Ranger Rick there.
Oh, that's its name, Ranger Rick.
It fits. I'm definitely not too lazy to go walk into the house and fill this like a save person. As you can see, I need to rebuild this well pretty badly. I think the top gasket might be blown. What do you think?
A little bit. It's still pulling, so it's not that blown.
Well, it's been like this for probably a decade.
Well, it's not blown then.
Well, the top seal being blown would have nothing to do with it pulls water. The piston is what we have to worry about sealing. My grandpa rebuilt this pump probably 30 years ago. That might be enough.
Only took you a half hour. Yeah.
I need this to be bent back over a little bit. I'll just give it a little. Perfect. That's literally there. That's exactly where I want it. Perfect. And while we wait for the battery to charge some, here's my current headlight solution. I'm still... I wish they were bigger. But I think if I add a second one on either side for the high beams, it'll look all right, because I'm going to put a mesh grill across the whole front. I basically... Have you seen Hubert's projects? He's got that Meep. I'm basically creating an abomination to hopefully rival the Meep. So, we'll see. I'm going to do a flat front. I'm going to get a flat bumper from the junkyard, just flat across. That still has the kind of curves at the end. If I have to shorten it in the middle, I will. And I'm just going to make it cool enough to use. And all I'm going to use it for is hauling trash and picking up lawnmowers and crap. So, it's just mocked up, but you're getting an idea. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start it and let it get a little warm, because the water's not quite full, because I want the very outside edge of that JB weld isn't quite hardened. So if we get heat in the radiator, that'll harden it faster before I put pressure to it.
Hope she holds.
I just want to get it close enough that I can stick with the stoplight.
Yeah.
Gasp! An airbag light? I need to pull the radio out of my other truck too because this one's off button doesn't work. But whatever could the airbag light be mad about? I don't know. I've never seen this warning before. Do not use hammer to remove steering. It's like they know me. But we're just going to let this thing warm up, like I said, and hopefully cure that JB weld the rest of the way. Well, it ain't going to win any beauty contests, but the hood is attached. We're going to pin the hood because the brown hood is bent to hell from the wreck. When they changed the body style to make the hood with a little bulge in the center, they changed how the hood mounts. And I don't want to change the whole core support out to mount the new hood. So we're going to pin the hood, especially since we're doing a custom front end anyway. We'll just pin it. So. And radiator repair take 2. Surely it will work flawlessly this time. One tube didn't work last time, so 2 tubes will do it this time. Yep, I see nothing wrong with this. All right, we have hood pins installed. And what I believe to be a working radiator repair, but I gotta let this thing run for a while before I verify that. But before, you could stand here and you'd get misted because that radiator was leaking so bad it's spraying into the fan. And I'm not getting anything now. Well, you know what they say when repairing a radiator with JB weld, second time's the charm. We're not leaking as far as I can tell. I gotta let this thing get warm though, so. But I moved over here so I can watch and see if it makes a wet spot. But I'm just gonna kind of let it run and warm up and ignore that squeak. It's had it since I got the truck and I'm assuming it's the idler pulley. I'm not worried about it right now. Well, I wanted to make more progress on the front end, but I'm running out of time and I really need to get a video out this week. And I don't think I'm going to make it to the junkyard this weekend. So this is where we're at for now. I wired the headlights up. The hood is pinned. I need to get either four matching rims, but I don't want to keep these rims because they're 14s. So I'm going to have to find 4 matching 15-inch rims, whether they're Steelies or what, I don't care. Decide what I'm doing with the front end. I'd really like to do like a flat bumper off an older Ranger and then do a sloped grill that kind of curves to match the hood. But I don't know if my metalworking skills are good enough for that. And then I'm thinking of ripping this bed off and putting like an old step side bed from like an old like 50s truck on it, if I can find one, and do a wood bed inside of it and paint the whole truck to match once I get all the body panels the way I want it. But for now, I have a good little truck I can use for gardening and whatnot. So that's all I really need a truck for anyway. Now that I've got a surprise coming. You'll have to wait probably another week before you'll see that on the channel. But we got something to tow the trailer with. We'll put it that way. But we're going to probably call that video here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.